Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through the noise to bring you the essential insights on front-end development for 2025.
Right.
Things move so fast in this space. Our mission, explore the frameworks and architectures, really shaping things, helping you build, faster, better web experiences.
Definitely. It's all about adapting.
Yeah.
Look at what's gaining ground, what's maybe had a bit of a reality check, and what's becoming, standard practice.
Okay, let's get into it. JavaScript frameworks. React is still, dominant, right?
Still number one. And it's interesting how they're focusing more on server capabilities now. That's a big shift.
Yeah, even for client-heavy frameworks. And then there's Vue.js. Seems like it's really found its place as the maybe pragmatic choice.
I'd agree. It hits a sweet spot. Powerful, but maybe not as steep a learning curve for some teams. Gets you building quickly.
And Angular, still the enterprise heavyweight.
For sure. Google's backing helps, and its deep integration with TypeScript is key for those really large, complex apps.
Speaking of TypeScript, wow, it's everywhere now, isn't it?
Absolutely. Over 90% usage is basically a new standard. That type checking really helps with tooling, catching errors early. Makes total sense.
So beyond those big three, what's catching your eye? Any newer contenders really making waves?
Definitely. Svelte is one you hear about a lot.
The compile time approach.
Exactly. It does the work before it hits the browser, compiling down to really efficient vanilla JavaScript.
So no virtual DOM, potentially faster performance at runtime.
That's the idea. And then you have things like Solid.js really focusing on fine-grained reactivity for speed.
And quick. That's about instant loading, right? Only loading the JavaScript you need.
Precisely. All about optimizing that initial experience.
Which kind of leads us nicely into architectural shifts like server-side rendering.
Right. SSR and also static site generation, SSG. We're seeing tools built around these becoming much more mainstream. Think React server components in Next.js or Astra's approach.
Okay, so let's break that down for the listener. Why is SSR such a big deal? How does it actually change things for the user and maybe for SEO?
Well, basically, SSR sends fully formed HTML from the server first.
So the user sees something much faster.
Exactly. Instead of a blank page waiting for JavaScript, you get content almost immediately. It massively improves that perceived performance.
And good for search engines too, I bet.
Definitely. Crawlers see the rendered content straight away.
Yeah.
Huge plus for SEO.
It all ties back to efficiency, doesn't it?
It does. And speaking of efficiency, another tech gaining serious momentum is WebAssembly. WASM.
WASM. Smaller files, runs faster.
Pretty much. It executes almost immediately after download. It lets you run really complex near-native performance code right in the browser.
We're seeing big names use it, right? Like Google Earth.
Yeah, Google Earth, Disney+, Figma. They're using WASM for performance-critical parts of their apps. It opens up a lot of possibilities.
Okay, so we have established frameworks evolving, new ones innovating, SSR changing rendering. What about microfrontends? That was a big buzzword for a while.
It was, yeah. Inspired by microservices, the idea of breaking the front end into independent pieces. Great for huge teams, technology diversity, on paper.
But I sense a but coming.
Well, the sources suggest a bit of a reality check. Usage seems to have dipped since, say, 2022.
Why is that? Too complex.
Often, yes. It can add significant complexity, coordinating between teams, managing different framework versions, sometimes leading to bigger overall bundles.
Okay.
It really shines for very large, complex apps with distributed teams. But for many projects, the overhead just wasn't worth it.
So the classic advice holds. Maybe start Monolithic and break it down if you need to.
That seems to be the lesson learned for many, yeah. Don't add complexity you don't absolutely need from day one.
Makes sense. So wrapping up, 2025's front-end world is quite the mix. Established players adapting, innovators pushing boundaries, SSR becoming more standard, and a more cautious approach to things like microfrontends.
Absolutely. The key takeaway, I think, is understanding the why behind these tools and patterns, the trade-offs.
Right. It's not just about picking the most hyped framework.
Not at all. It's about what fits your project's specific needs, your team's skills, the problems you're actually trying to solve.
So as you look ahead, what shifts do you think will most change how we build and experience the web? We hope this deep dive gave you some useful insights.